try to get behind things that I think I could have. At least I can help bring attention to it. I can't change things. You know, we're not a government, my wife and I. We try to get involved in things that we think we can, and we fail. I fail most often. We failed a lot in Darfur. Failed a lot, quite honestly, but it's worth the journey. And I'm worried about the coarsening of America. I'm worried about how we celebrate unkindness.
Trump's latest Twitter tantrum just backfired in spectacular fashion, and now he's angrier than a MAGA hat at a liberal arts college poetry slam. But wait until you hear what triggered it. Enter George Clooney, armed with nothing but charm, sharp wit, and a face that could sell espresso machines to Italians. He schooled the former president on national television, and trust me, you don't want to miss the moment that had Jimmy Kimmel howling with laughter and Trump supporters quietly confused. But hey, before we dive in, let me ask you a quick favor. If you're enjoying this ride, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a massive difference to us. Did you do it? Awesome, thank you. Now, back to the madness. Picture this. Our favorite orange-tinted ex-president decides it's roast o'clock. He's mid-Big Mac, extra ketchup, lounging in his gilded McFortress, and suddenly gets the urge to mock someone. So who's the lucky target this time? None other than George Clooney. Because when Trump's bored, bloated, or particularly salty, he picks a Hollywood name out of a hat and fires away. He grabs his phone, still slick with cheeseburger grease, and starts angrily poking out a rant. Now remember, he's not on Twitter anymore. Nope. He's been exiled to Truth Social, his own custom-made platform that's like Twitter's off-brand cousin. It's the tech equivalent of your mom banning you from buying a Game Boy so you glue buttons to a shoebox and declare it's the same.
I don't know if you've seen this, but he posted in July. So now fake movie actor George Clooney,
Yeah,
he doesn't know that movies are fake, does he?
I don't think so.
Clooney should get out of politics and go back to television. Movies never really worked for him.
I will if he does.
Who never
Hannibal
came
Lecter
close
is his guy.
to making a great movie is getting into the act. He's turned on Crooked Joe like the rats they both are. What does Clooney know about anything?
We all held our breath, waiting to see what kind of insult Trump would hurl this time. Spoiler alert, they weren't exactly Oscar-worthy. In fact, his clapbacks had all the originality of a beige wall in an empty waiting room. Trump referred to George Clooney as a fake movie actor and told him to stay out of politics. Donnie, my guy, was that supposed to sting? Did you workshop that one overnight with a cheeseburger and a thesaurus? Let's break down this gourmet word salad. Fake movie actor? What even is that? Is there a shadow agency of real actors handing out official certifications now? Did Clooney fail the Hollywood purity test? And let's not ignore the irony avalanche here. Trump, a man who went from firing people on TV to firing off tweets as president, telling Clooney to stay out of politics is, well, it's rich. It's like the pot calling the kettle spray-tanned. Does Trump even realize he's punching far above his intellectual weight class here? It's like watching a Chihuahua bark furiously at a Great Dane. Sure, it's loud, maybe even entertaining, but no one's fooled. Everyone's just laughing at how serious the Chihuahua thinks it is.
Have you thought about if Donald Trump wins? Have you thought about the possibility he might use the power of the federal government against you personally?
You don't have to be faster than the bear. You just have to be faster than the one kid. You're that one kid, pal.
I'm the kid.
Yeah, I have, but I'm comforted in the fact that he's coming after you first.
That makes you feel better?
Yeah.
So how's Clooney gonna respond to this playground-level insult? Will he stoop to Trump's level and start swinging at an unarmed opponent? Or will he rise above the noise and show the world what a real class act looks like when dealing with a bully? Let's be honest. Trump's jab at Clooney had all the impact of trying to put out a wildfire with a squirt gun. Sure, he gave it a shot, which is kind of adorable, but ultimately it was pointless. About as effective as tweeting into a void and expecting applause. But don't change the channel yet, folks, because this story isn't over. George Clooney is about to give Trump a lesson in grace, style, and verbal judo. Get ready for a masterclass in how to handle a blowhard without breaking a sweat. Not that Trump would appreciate the lesson. let's be real, the guy would probably try to eat the notes. Now picture this. Clooney, looking like he just stepped off the cover of GQ, glides onto Jimmy Kimmel's stage like it's just another Tuesday. He's calm, cool, effortlessly charming, the exact opposite of Trump's caps lock chaos. Kimmel brings up Trump's hissy fit, grinning like a kid who knows his older brother's about to wreck the schoolyard bully. The audience leans in. What's Clooney gonna do? Go full action hero? Drop some die-hard one-liners? Nope. Instead, he delivers the most savage, stylish clapback since ever, complete with that signature Clooney smirk that probably makes even the straightest dudes pause for a second. And then, boom. He drops 4 words more powerful than everything Trump's ever screamed on Truth Social combined. It's like watching a Michelin star chef turn a Happy Meal into gourmet cuisine. Clooney didn't just take the high road, he paved it, polished it, and slapped a massive billboard on it that said, "This is how grown-ups handle business."
Broadway debut, which I found kind of crazy that you'd never.
It's pretty stupid.
You've never been on Broadway.
No, I've never. I did one play. I've done a lot of plays in LA, but I did one play at Steppenwolf about 30 years ago. It's been a long time.
Have you thought about writing an op-ed in the Times asking him to step down? Because it worked once. Why not try it again?
Yeah, he's a big fan of mine. You know, as time went on, it felt like maybe I should do it. And I have to say, I'm terrified and it's exciting. You know, we're gonna live in New York for a while and try to not destroy Broadway alone.
The crowd? Oh, they lost it. We're talking full-on pandemonium, shouting, cheering, standing ovations, the works. It was like they had just witnessed the verbal equivalent of a mic drop, followed by Clooney casually doing a backflip off the stage. And honestly, if he wanted to, Clooney probably could pull that off in a tux. No sweat. And Kimmel completely unraveled. You'd think the man had just hit the jackpot and found out his loudmouth neighbor was finally moving out, all in the same afternoon. He was laughing so hard it looked like he might fall out of his chair. And here's the thing. Clooney didn't even raise his voice. He didn't need to. He turned that talk show set into the hottest comedy club in Hollywood with just one perfectly timed line. It was effortless. What Clooney proved, without breaking a sweat, is that the best way to shut down a loudmouth is to let them keep yelling while you barely say a word. It's not just confidence, it's next-level cool. He didn't just flip through the How to Be Cool manual, he rewrote the thing, made it better, and signed it with a wink. And there you have it, folks.
You know, our news anchors have really taken a...
Could be. I don't know who'd play Sean Hannity. Maybe you should do it.
Yeah, how long will you be on Broadway?
9 years, they tell me.
Yeah, is that right?
It's longer than I thought the run. No,
yeah, you know what?
We just saw your acting
that
just
might
now.
be nice. Yes, thank you for including me in that.
Oh, you were very... Did you guys like his acting in that?
Politics just got a crash course in comedy, courtesy of Hollywood's 2023 Trump versus Clooney showdown. And you know what? You almost feel bad for Trump. But let's be honest, he'll probably just claim Clooney stole his comeback, which of course he invented first. Now the question everyone's asking, how did the internet react to this verbal smackdown of the year? Did Twitter explode? Did Trump supporters start angrily mashing their keyboards on Truth Social with their, let's say, economy-sized hands? Let's dive in, folks. Turns out Hollywood just gave Washington a masterclass in throwing shade without getting your hands dirty. And our silver fox from Tinseltown? He proved, once and for all, that less really is more. Clooney's now iconic 4-word mic drop didn't just get laughs, it boosted his popularity. Turns out when you handle a loudmouth bully with calm, clever class, people actually love you for it. So much so that even a few Republican strategists are sweating. They're worried that Trump's habit of randomly picking fights with beloved celebrities might actually start scaring off moderate voters. Old Trumpy may want to rethink going head-to-head with a man whose actual job is to be charming, witty, and universally likable. But asking Trump to reconsider is like asking a fish to climb a tree. It's just not in his DNA. So grab your popcorn, folks, because something tells me this won't be the last time the Orange One stumbles into a battle he's wildly unprepared for.